I'm Andy Mack. Let's turn our attention to what happened earlier today at that deadly shooting in Virginia on the campus of Old Dominion. We are learning new information about the exact identity of this individual who was previously charged, put in prison for connections and supporting ISIS. I do want to put up some of these images here from earlier today. They're on the ground as we are learning more information. The AP seeing a gunman and one victim are dead. Two other are hurt after a shooting at Old Dominion University on Thursday morning. Let's continue here on Live Now from Fox and bring into the conversation on the ground in the immediate aftermath of this. Markeshia Jackson, WAVY News, Fox 43 there on the ground in Virginia. What can you tell me? What's the scene look like at this moment?
Hey, Andy. Yes, I'm here right outside of the Welcome Center for Old Dominion University. And this is what the scene looks like currently. Still a large police presence here, obviously, and will be for the coming hours, coming days, really. So right here, this is the entrance to Old Dominion University. You can see police here behind me. Still some police tape up back there. A very dark day on this campus, a very gloomy day on this campus. We got that information about the shooter just moments before we went on air for our 6 p.m. newscast. And we were able to actually pull the court documents from the 2016 incident where that person, Mohammed Jola, was actually charged with assisting ISIS with materials. So he was charged in that case and sent to prison and served a sentence and was released in December of 2024. We're working to learn more about exactly what led up to that release, but we also were able to find a local address for the shooter. It's actually just a couple of blocks away from where we are now on Old Dominion University's campus. A lot of people just shocked that something like this has taken place here. You heard me talk about just the shock of it all, and that very much is still what is being felt here. Some students still in the area just assessing things, but right now on the ground, it's just been law enforcement. We've had a series of press conferences today. We've been able to talk with students who were in the hall or nearby it when this all happened. So we've been able to get that aspect of it all. And right now it's just a lot of questions as to what led up to this happening here at this campus.
And exactly the motivation of this individual, as potentially has a background as that Army National Guardsman. And we know that the ROTC might have been involved. We know that potentially one of them neutralized the suspect. Can you speak to it for our national audience? How prevalent is the ROTC in association with the military there on the campus of Old Dominion? Is it a strong community, a strong ROTC community there?
Absolutely. A very strong ROTC community. I mean, you talk about where we are here in Norfolk, Virginia, and relations with the Navy and things like that. So very strong community here. We've saw an outpour of support on social media of past ROTC graduates and people who have went through the program, just reaching out, seeing how they can support in any way. Because like you said, it was those ROTC students that ultimately subdued that gunman and probably saved a lot of lives, them jumping into action so bravely. So a very, very tight-knit community here with the ROTC folks at Old Dominion University.
Yeah, that is so very true. And obviously we are putting up a post from Dan Driscoll there talking about this. He's the Secretary of the Army, saying he's deeply saddened to hear about the shooting. 2 of our Army personnel who were injured. I'm praying for them and all those impacted by the event. And we do know that this individual was out on that supervised release after spending 11 years. What other questions do you have, Markeshia? Because I imagine the community is wondering why this individual was out, why this individual wasn't alerted prior by the FBI, because they had ties. They had actually met with ISIS individuals in Africa on a visit there. What other questions do you have?
Absolutely. Just showing more of the scene here. And I think the biggest question, like you said, is just how was this person out and now able to carry out such an attack as this? Now, when we had a 5:30 press conference with folks from the FBI, a lot of people are asking, did he have help? And the FBI is trying to figure that out as well. Specifically, they said they want to know who was the money person in this, who was supplying him, I would assume, money for the weapon used, ammo, and things like that. So that's the biggest question, is how was this person allowed to be out, allowed to be free? Like I said, we were able to find an address for him that puts him in very close proximity to this campus. So a lot of questions about how were all these things allowed to happen and seemingly no one know about it, for lack of better words?
Yeah, that is so very true. Lots of questions left unanswered. Markeshia Jackson there, WAVY News on Fox 43. Thank you so much for your time and joining us here on Live Now.